Well, the music ended. Good morning, everyone. Or should I say, good morning, no one? Because the one person who's supposed to be in chat is busy making coffee and isn't here right now. It's a sad day indeed. Sad day indeed. I mean, I'm being absolutely melodramatic here, but you get the idea, right? Oh, man. I'm a bit sleepy. Definitely didn't get enough sleep. And I don't look forward to tomorrow because I'm not going to be able to sleep in then. Because I have a dentist's appointment tomorrow morning. What an unpleasant... I have to wake up earlier than normal for the dentist tomorrow. That's going to be a wonderful and fun experience. I'm going to be dead tired and I have to wake up like an hour earlier than I had to wake up for this. And I was late for this. I can't be late for the dentist. Okay. It just occurred to me I should probably top my coffee off here. And by top my coffee off, what I actually meant was actually pour myself a coffee because I hadn't poured my first coffee for the day. Bitter and black as the devil's soul. Just what I like. Okay. May as well get, rearrange my windows a tiny bit there. I should probably get the Outer Worlds running. The Outer Worlds 2. My word, how many updates do I have today? Only 2. Nothing compared to what I got the other day. It was like 6 or 7 updates on the games that I had installed. I don't know how other people are with their updating of video games on Steam, but I'm the person who's like, no. If it needs an update, just hit update like right away. Don't drag it out or anything. Get it out of the way. Kick that. Don't go kicking that can down the road. Just get it done. All right, come on. These shaders shouldn't take forever.
Why would DeVries betray her fellow agents like that? A rhetorical question. I already know. Just making conversation.
You're such a lovely individual. Let's continue where I left off.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Things are not looking nice over here, that's for certain. earth would you have this up here without a door? This doesn't make any sense. Okay. Provisions. Firmament? Ferment modification? Oh, okay. Weapon mods. Provision dispenser. Long rounds. Small plasma. Large plasma. And a plasma grenade. And heavy rounds. What do we have in my inventory? What was the gun that I was using last time? Takes small plasma rounds. Really like it. Alright. Crafting. Consumables. Small plasma. Oh my god, I have so much of this stuff. Energy canister, foil, and crude biomass. Okay, so the foils and the energy canisters are going to become a problem eventually. I can definitely see that happening. But for the time being... charge that up. That's good. Okay. Cool. All sorted. My intention wasn't really to come out here yet. It was to just kind of glance at the area for a very brief moment to get the doctor treatment, and then leave. So I think I'm going to do just that.
Is a self-centered derivative take on the grand plan. That's how little the Protectorate respects your intellect.
So this. See a pile of seemingly unrelated debris. What this once was isn't really apparent at first glance. Search for anything shiny or important. Try and recall everything you knew about architecture. Examine the wreckage. On further study, it seems like this once was an improvised structure of some kind. Keep examining. You see a large pile of seemingly unrelated debris. Oh, okay, so that just kicks me back to the original.
Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing.
The game has Fallout vibes. Yes! Yes, which is part of the reason why I'm doing Fallout for Hope. The charity drive once a year, where we collect up money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Every dollar goes to a good cause. Exclamation charity, if you're interested.
Basar is the first among equals of the Laureate
I haven't seen this
Council.
many folks crammed together
She
since
will
Recall
raise
Libations Night at
humanity
the
to
Thruster.
perfection.
Smells about the same, too.
God, Niles. Oh, this must be the commissary. I mean...
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
How you doing there, Salty Golem? Man, that is some good coffee. That's some fantastic coffee. I think it's because I decided to do something that I typically don't. Normally, I take my coffee pretty...
If we factor for random elements
Do you
offsetting
Pretty
believe
bland.
Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Shush, shush, stop talking. I don't want to hear all of the refugees right now. They've all got minor dialogue to speak, and I'm not interested in it right now.
Internal speculation.
A reminder, makeshift habitations not meeting fundamental standards of structural integrity will be summarily dismantled.
Woo! NB donated. Thank you so very much there, NB. Let me check the donation list here. A $5. Why, thank you so very, very much. That brings us up to, what is it, 115 now? I think it's 115. Okay. There we go. And I think that the BRB screen is... Yeah, okay. It's really nice. I'm a fan of the Fallout games. Been thinking about adding this to my list, but it's already on my library. The first game was okay. It's a little bit... It's a bit of a mid... Like, the first game in the franchise is a bit mid, I'll admit. But they've definitely done some pretty significant improvements for the second one. Hey, I've been piecemealing my digits. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I'm not judging you. If it came off that way, that wasn't the intention. Fresh open cuts of meat over here. Oh, this is fantastic opportunity.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander. Your insides are leaking outside, Commander.
Oh boy. Oh boy. The problem is that it's kind of dark and I can't...
How are you still upright over there?
I don't know, Niles. I'm trying to remain alive.
Either restore my life or avenge my...
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say which.
Can't use my inhaler yet. Still got too much toxicity.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
The shotgun still remains the king because I don't really have to... I don't really have to aim it. Resting judgment face. NB, you judge me so harshly. Okay, so... Open that up. Get that over on the side. A 20 stream streak? I mean, we've got longer streakers hanging around here, but I didn't know you liked hanging around naked that much. Yeah, you can wag your finger at me for that one. I get it. But you can't tell me that it wasn't, like, really, really easy to just reach up and grab. It's low-hanging fruit, man. You can judge me for it, but you can't stop me from... This bread. 'Twas a funny, good... Here's the thing. I've made so many of those as of late that I just get tired sighs and eye rolls for it. I'm a millennial. If this game has a really good campaign, I might stop watching the stream because I do not like getting spoilers. Is that a particularly millennial thing to, like, detest spoilers and everything?
No.
Video campaigns are my thing. Well, I can't tell you exactly what the deal with the main story is for spoilers because I'm still playing through it. The best that I can tell you is that I've been told that there are 5, like, if I open the menu here, you know, it's pretty open world, but it's hub open world. So it's like, you know, the areas that you explore, they're of limited size. And then it's like, okay, well, you can explore this area, and then once you're done there, you go to the next area type situation. And my understanding is that there are 5 of these in total. I am on the 2nd, so... You want to explore an experience on your own. I know what that's like. I know what that's like. like, I unexpectedly learned what a arachnid dung pile looks like, and I'm like, well, now I have to actively watch to see if I can find a arachnid dung pile sitting anywhere that I'm looking, because I might be missing out on an opportunity to shove my hands right into that dung pile and pull out some amazing, like, loot that is really no different from the other loot in the game that I've already picked up, but nonetheless. You want all the spoilers, give them to me. You're a millennial. Have you considered, like, conforming to the, you know, the stereotypes that perpetuate our generation? NB? Because I think you may be doing our generation some irreparable harm by not just ruining everything. That's the thing that millennials have done for the longest time. We ruin stuff, right? Don't like surprises. Please see chat. I responded. Is my sense of humor unappreciated in this instance, NB? You have reminded me of you have reminded me of the tutorial in Fallout 3 where you get a birthday gift, and before you your father gives it to you, he's like, "Are you ready for a surprise?" And you can reply, "I don't like surprises." I don't know why that comes out British, but that's the way I read it every single time. It's never the option that I would choose either, but like that's what it is.
Architect, I hope this does not turn back into an active war. This is the Order's anti-air control center. If you don't have specific business here, kindly keep moving.
Really? The anti-air control center. Could I just shut this off then? Let's quick save. Anti-air accuracy reports. Current accuracy rates. Date mark 1, 55, 65, 73, 77, 79. Man, their accuracy is just going up. Date mark 5 tracks the first major change in Auntie's Choice flight patterns. It should be noted that although the accuracy didn't climb as quickly after this point, the amount of aircraft and landing shuttles that managed to touch down safely is still decreasing due to unsafe landings that result from the erratic flight patterns necessary to avoid our long-range weaponry. 81 and 82%. Man. Projected accuracy rates? 83, 84, 85. Longer-term projections for the further... Man. My controller on the side must be popping. It keeps hiding my mouse cursor. Longer-term projections for further fine-tuning of our anti-air weaponry showed diminishing returns towards approximately 85.52%. Obviously, the final shortcoming is our own, and it is purely a limitation of the weapons we are currently capable of producing. Unfettered by our deficiencies, the equations we used for these calculations indicate that destroying 99.99% of landing vehicles is fully possible. We also estimate that a further 10.09% of Auntie's Choice ships and drop pods do not land safely, and are effectively destroyed by Auntie's Choice themselves. So, although we cannot destroy every landing asset, we are fully equal to the task of destroying enough to blunt the advance of Auntie's forces. What fun. NB just gifted a tier 1 sub to Salty Golem. 47 gift subs in the channel. I cannot believe how many of those you have given, NB. You're so incredibly kind. Thank you very, very much. I guess it's like surprises can be positive, but like most of the times, are they? Now, how millennial is that? Just beaten down by the world. beat down by the world, but in the end we reshape it. Normally I'm a lot more positive and better about that. You're right. Don't let haters get you down. How much real money is that? I mean, aren't subscriptions supposed to be $6 a piece? I know that we've run through a couple of promotional campaigns as well, where they reduce the price of subscriptions. But if you just take it at face value, that's 47 times 6, which is $282. Trust me, I do not see all of that, because Twitch is going to take their cut. Oh, subscriptions are up to $8 now? I didn't know that it had gone that far. Jeez. Messages. To all personnel, watch for overhead debris. Be advised that as our new anti-air systems come online, we expect a substantial amount of debris from destroyed enemy landing craft and drop pods. Please wear standard safety equipment and be alert at all times. New procedures in regards to anti-air weapon security. Be advised that we have made an update to procedures in regards to abandonment and disposal of certain assets. It is of critical importance that we prevent the forces of Auntie's Choice from acquiring any of the logic assembly units that control the targeting of our anti-air weapons. Without an understanding of the equation, it's doubtful that they would be able to glean any information from these assets, but this is not a risk we're willing to take. To that end, any time an anti-air cannon is abandoned or damaged, To that end, anytime an anti-air cannon is abandoned or a damaged one is disposed of, the logic assembly unit must be absolutely disposed of. Adjusting firing algorithm to account for new frontline. We have issued an updated targeting algorithm which accounts for the new frontline positioning. Please ensure that you have removed and thoroughly disposed of the old Mark... God, are C's 100? 219? I think that says. Hang on. Yeah, C is 100. So that would be 219. Ensure that you have fully removed ensure that you have removed and thoroughly disposed of the old Mark 219 targeting logic assembly units and replace them with the superior Mark 221 logic assembly units. Oh, they skipped it. They skipped a version number. What do you know? All right, hopefully that. Whoop.
My apologies. My work requires a rather high amount of focus, and as such, I'm unable to engage in idle chatter.
Sure thing. Strife is fun. Enjoy. Anyway, gotta go for a bit. Adult responsibilities calling. Oh, hey. Enjoy the rest of your day there, salty golem. Golem. That voice actor sounds really familiar. A lot of the voice talent in this game sounds super familiar, and I think it's just... There's a generic stock of voice actors out there who, you know, they may not be like headline talent, but they definitely get around a lot. Like it's kind of impressive whenever the Is it? it supposed to do this? I thought I was supposed to hold the buttons down in order to continue running forward, but evidently it doesn't work that way?
We regret to inform you Zeranium Manufactory 7 is presently under lockdown. Unauthorized entry is barred due to contrivance malfunction, laboratory mishap, and/or miscellaneous unspeakable dangers.
Please call again at a more convenient time.
Interesting. Interesting. Wow, look at that, baby. What's a mining unit? That is clearly the main gun. Like, that is an anti-aircraft gun. There is no question about it. Look at that beauty. I'm really into cartoon voice actors. Follow some of them. Now, if I wanted to be crude, I could make a joke about, you know... But I won't. I won't. I'm choosing not to finish the thought that was in my head. One of the biggest challenges of being an entertainer, specifically a streamer, is the fact that you have a lot of thoughts that kind of wander through your brain pan, and you, like, not all of them need to be vocalized, and sometimes the filter doesn't activate fast enough. What did I just say about no spoilers? But it would be so crude. Zeranium Manufactory 7. So they're not letting anyone in.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zeranium Manufactory 7, presently and for an indeterminate time, is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors.
I'm here on Earth Directorate business. Let me speak with whoever's in charge.
Yes, I'm sure you're quite a big number over at the Earth Directorate, whatever that is. Wasn't there a popular work of speculative fiction that used that name? For children?
I'll be back. You just wait.
All right.
How? I mean, not nice. Not nice. Okay, so I'm kind of enjoying the process of just like not using fast travel and hoofing it everywhere. Heaven knows if I had Oblivion up right now, I would definitely be doing exactly that. I mean, most of Oblivion I don't even play the Aussie. You don't know the history that I have with the Australian accent. And the fact that Tev is not awake is like, it cuts both ways. On one hand, I really like doing the Aussie accent and getting under her skin with it. But it's probably better for my marriage that she isn't awake and she doesn't hear the Aussie accent. I don't think I've seen her detest an accent more. I don't think that another one exists. All right. I don't know if this is the right accent, but this is what you're getting. It might come off as a little bit more New Zealander because I've heard more of that lately than I have of Australian. Should we take a few of these little fellas out? Well, that wasn't so hard. You've returned with coffee. Well, that's a hell of a long time to make coffee. Alright. It turns out I was right. There was something going on with my controller on the side. And that's exactly what forced my character to keep running, even whenever it wasn't necessarily the right thing to do. Please say crikey. What's wrong with the word crikey? Why do you want me to say it anyway? Why is it also like a Cockney accent somehow? I have... Listen, you've asked for an accent that I'm out of practice with. So there's a limited amount of anything that I can do. I'm working on it. I'm literally I'm performing and practicing at the same time. Because crikey, and this is a knife. It's funny. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Alright. What's the state of this place? Oh, it's another station. Damn. I don't have Brawny or, That's not a great way to go. Provision dispenser. Large plasma charge. Buy up all the good stuff there. All the recipes specifically. What can I expect out of this place? Oh god, how do you do that? Long time? You're telling me a proper cup of coffee is made by just heating water and pouring it into a cup? Well, excuse me, princess, for liking good coffee. I mean, what are you doing? Wait, is this the station that I started out on? I've been here. Yeah, I've been here. I didn't expect to wander back into it. How are you brewing your coffee? That's what I want to know. Do you have an AeroPress? Do you have an espresso machine? Are you pulling shots off of it? Princess Strife. Listen, you give me the right dress, I'll definitely put myself into it. You should know at this point that I don't have a whole lot of shame to bear. I'm willing to put on ridiculous costumes. Hell, I dress down and show off my body in all sorts of ways. While I drink drip coffee. How much drip coffee did you make for it to take that long? I've been streaming for 40 minutes and you were gone from the start of it. Understand, I'm not judging you, I'm just saying. It seems like a long time to make some drip coffee. Alright, I gotta go north. Oh, the facilities, they must be on top of these rocks over here. Enough for everyone in the house, so 5 cups. Alright. That makes a certain amount of sense. Alright, I can't see anything. Let's turn on my flashlight. Oh, that actually worked better than I thought it would.
Let me know when you need any strength. Cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
God, that took a long time to reload.
Either restore my life or avenge my death. I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Okay, you really needed my help there. That's why you just popped up on your own. That's lovely. Thank you so much. What was your name again? Aza. Right, Aza. When I drink drip coffee, getting things mixed up there. He grinds his own beans. I do grind my own beans. Been on your Skyrim playthrough for years, my man. Was top tuber this year. You're the best, man. Hello, Ditto. How you doing? I'm doing a really bad job at an accent right now because the Twitch side of my stream is definitely making unreasonable demands. But welcome to the YouTube side of it. I hope you enjoy yourself while you're here. And if you're feeling generous, I'm currently streaming for charity. So you can use the QR code down in the corner to contribute to Fallout for Hope, which is raising money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. No pressure, though. You go ahead and enjoy yourself as long as you're around, yeah? I'll use a leftover in the afternoon from the carafe over some ice. Why did everything get quiet? Why did everything get quiet? Mostly because I had to... I don't feel comfortable leaving the game just running while I, like, read chat. I have to pause the whole game sometimes. And I realise that it's kind of a stop-and-go experience watching me play this. Honestly, it's been so long since I last played Minecraft. But I got the itch to play it. Just sit down and, you know, do menial tasks on my my forever world, which I haven't done in a bit now. What even are these things that I've been searching? I've been assuming that they're like weird spider dung piles, you know. Unreasonable. Why are you putting the word unreasonable in? Yeah, that's a dung pile. Sure enough. I wasn't wrong. I'd comment, but I'm unreasonable. Oh, look at you, taking things personally, yeah. Question. Any plans for a new playthrough Skyrim-esque? I can tell the editing was hell. So, I want to get something across to you, like, as cleanly as I possibly can. The Skyrim playthrough, the Fallout playthrough, all of that stuff. The Skyrim playthrough, the Fallout playthrough, all of that stuff, it was a lot of work to do, but one of the biggest problems I have now is the fact that that style of content, that style of video content that you put up on YouTube is downranked. It's downranked by the algorithm. The algorithm, by necessity, it does not reward you for doing, you know, let's play content. Yeah, it's old news now. Yeah, well, it's less about, like, the age of the game, and it's more about, like, the style of content. So if you just sit there and you play a game, and it's just you playing the game, it's downranked by demand in the algorithm. To the degree that, like, it's not even gonna... The worst thing that can happen is that YouTube is like, well, we're just not gonna show this to anyone. Like, that's our MO here. Bloody long time. Here we are. Oh no, I'm out of food again. I've been robbing people, taking their food from them, and now I'm out of cash again. Well, cash. What am I saying? Big short from vids nowadays. Yeah, like, basically, the style of, the way that YouTube has gotten better at, I hate the sound that these birds are making. Yeah, you're right. You're right, NP. The ducking algorithm ruins a lot of things. But it encourages you, because of the way that YouTube has gotten with all of their planning and the degree to which they're machine learning, or the AI, I guess you could call it at this point. I don't know if I call it AI. It's besides the point. Because of the way that they can look into what's actually inside of a video and analyze it, they can figure out whether or not you're just doing a let's play. And I bet dollars to donuts what's happened is that they've figured out that if you specifically have long, uninterrupted, uncut video, and the camera movements, and if the camera movements are of a first person or a third person perspective, and there's no, like, hard cuts in the footage, they can figure out very quickly whether or not you're just doing a let's play. So then they go and they downrank it, and it's like, yeah, we're not gonna push that because nobody wants to watch a let's play these days. So they can identify it, they can downrank it. It just doesn't show up in people's subscription boxes. To say nothing of the fact, despite the fact that you can subscribe, and there's a place for you to actually, like, see what's actively been uploaded to you, the subscription page. Hey, that's the end of the That's the end of the accent. I am free. I don't know. I feel like I'm chewing words. I feel like I'm chewing words. The whole point that I'm making is that they do not reward it, and I have to be super careful about when and how much of that stuff that I make. And this is what I'm gonna say to you in regards to it, that I've been super roundabout, Ditto. If I do more like Skyrim-esque or Fallout New Vegas-esque playthroughs, one of two things is going to happen. Either I'm going to figure out how to make it work on my main channel by, like, not turning it into just this absurdly long, oh, you're watching episode 120 or something like that. Like, that's the exact opposite of what I want to do. Things would probably go into a watch list, and it's like, yeah, this is all the same character, and you can watch it in a sequential order, but I have to, like, package it up in such a manner that the algorithm won't see it like that. But at the same time, I don't know whether or not that's a reasonable thing to get around. And if such a workaround does not exist, I would probably, if I went back and I did a new series, you would probably see me upload it to the channel that you're looking at right now. That was mine. That was a mine. I almost stepped on a mine. I walked up it. I was like walking up to give the mine a little kiss and realized what I was doing last minute. Because, like, what most people... Like, I know that I did behind the scenes, kind of, but I pre-ran all of the episodes in Skyrim and Fallout. Like, I specifically went out and would run through everything that I was planning on doing just to, so I would know that I was getting the right amount of footage that would cut down properly to a specific time. You know, within a particular time window. And that was also how I figured out how to, you know, have such a good balance between, oh, we're talking to the characters and now we're just gonna, like, fade away and you're gonna watch me, like, walking to my next destination instead of just constantly watching the face speak back to, speak at me. So, because that was something that I came to understand about the Let's Plays for Skyrim, etc. It was like, yeah, a lot of people don't want to sit there and just watch you talk to somebody. They want to see a little bit more action on the screen. So, hence the reason why I ended up doing the edits the way that I did. So, I'm going in the same loop here. I have to figure out how to get on top of this. There's a facility up there, and I need to figure out how to get to it. I see. I'll be there for it if the world has no Will Strife fan. I'm dead. Well, thank you very much. You see, one of the bigger problems is that, like, the monetary value that my channel has had over the years has never been because of a Let's Play. Like, I've done Let's Play more or less as supplemental material. That was the way that I always treated it. It was like, well, the real stuff that people are tuning in for is the guides. The guides are what was always bringing in money for me. And anything else was utterly and completely... Like, it didn't even come in 10th place behind it, you know? Found that editing stupid cool. Took me a minute to understand, but the vibes are nice. Guides, man. So... Oh, I killed everybody here already. Oh, I do such a good job of this. That's so weird. I never watched your guides, only the Let's Plays. I mean, there's a difference between what people watch the most versus what gets found the most. The thing that gets found the most is the guides, because that's trying to answer practical questions that people are plugging into the search bar, okay? People are plugging questions into the search bar. My videos come up. That means that there are a lot more people watching the guides. But, so you're effectively chasing search terms with guides. But the like, honestly, the people who watch those guides, they won't come around and watch a Let's Play. They will not come around and watch a live stream. That's not something that they're interested in at all, you know?
Making strides!
Could we, like, maybe
Either
be
restore
done
my
here?
life or avenge my death.
That's not good.
The idea is to kill them before you die.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Okay, Niles?
Brain explosion for you! Thought you were smart, huh?
Okay. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Nothing's ruined. There's a lot of stuff to loot around here. So, Ditto, when you say you found the editing stupid cool, are you talking about the editing from the guides, or are you talking about the editing from the Let's Plays? I mean, both is good, but, like, I'm assuming that there's one over the other type situation. Ah, yes, the smartest thing to do in a gunfight. Run towards the end of the barrel pointing at you. Probably not good in a knife fight either. God. Panty drop? NB, why are you screaming panty drop? Skyrim was mentioned. Oh, I thought you were like sending an order or something. Sluts for Skyrim. God. I mean, there's no arguing. There's no question. Skyrim is the biggest and most successful game Bethesda has ever made, and if they ever do something bigger or better than that, it's gonna be it's just about impossible, in all honesty.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Stop running away? Jeez. There we go. Ooh, what is this? The bloody and thoroughly picked over remains of what you can only assume used to be an AC trooper. Oh my. Oh dear. I'm already 80 hours in a new playthrough. You know, though, like, I think I might like Oblivion a little more. Wait, NB, had you played Oblivion before the remaster, or is the remaster your first time with it? Remaster was your first? Wow. Man. Oh. Oh my. A loose Quaker cannon round that appears to have been part of a now overturned supply shipment. The primer cap appears to have been partially dislodged. If the cap can be removed tactfully, the bounty of black powder inside would be free for the taking. I wish I had something. But no can do. I lack the skills. I have no skills to pay no bills. I'm recognizing that there's not a lot of staying power with anybody who comes in to check out what's going on over on stream. On the YouTube side of the stream. And I'm wondering if something's up.
Not exactly your lightest of humors right now.
Okay. Skyrim was your first Bethesda game. Man. Okay, so... the flashlight is doing utterly nothing.
Just another adequate day in paradise.
What? What am I triggering? You didn't have a PC until... Okay. Okay. Man. That's a rough experience. Although I'm going to be honest, NB. You got to be careful with that wording that you use there. About dropping panty. I thought that like I thought I was being called to do something.
I'm dead without my Drina time.
Is that what's going off?
Enemy approximating in our vicinity. Not exactly your lightest of humors.
Yeah, it looks like that thing to that thing must be some sort of a tripwire. What the hell? We had a Wii. I had to work through most of college, so didn't have time for gaming. That is no way to have... That is no way to have a life in college. Like, you're supposed to spend too much time, goofing off in general in college. Isn't that the rule? You're supposed to be doing a bunch of goofing off and socializing in college. That's like your main focus.
Commander's almost dead.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm still okay. I'm still okay.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Either restore my life or avenge my death!
Nope. My dad got laid off in '08 first year. I started college. It was either man up or don't get a degree. Always had to be responsible first, pretty much my whole life. Man, that's a fucking millennial story and a half.
Commander's almost dead!
Whoops. Oh, shit. I just hit the bottom button by accident. I closed the whole game out. Did I effectively rage quit? Whoopsie. Bipolar mom, so... Oh my god, jeez. That was a blonde moment if I've ever seen one.
The Order and their presiding bishop seem trustworthy enough. Have you seen their wireless advertising? Nothing's ever new or 110% improved. So honest, it's boring.
Those introductory comments are so worth it. What color is your actual hair? I thought it was red. I wish I had hair. But before, you know, back whenever I was like 16 and I had hair. Yeah, I started losing it early. I don't know, dirty blonde is what I've heard. I remember hearing people say. Oh, wait. Oh. So you are a blonde. I don't know about that. I'm getting the gray hairs now, man. Like, I haven't shaved in a bit, and this I'm realizing is increasingly gray. So my youth is actively slipping away from me. Probably accurate to say that I'm not young anymore. Middle-aged. Ouch. I mean, if my grandparents and my parents are any indication, it's like, yeah, I pretty much am literally middle-aged. So I don't have. I'm effectively halfway through my life. Right. Let's switch back to this. What? Whoops. We aren't going to live as long as our grandparents and parents. I really believe that. Maybe 65. What has you saying that? I'm rather curious. What has you saying that? All right. So let's turn a little bit left and let's check out what's going on over here. The world, global warming, social and income inequality. Okay, those are all very, very real existential problems. Jeez. This place is truly dangerous. I just keep on finding landmines.
Commander's almost dead.
Well, whatever this used to be, it's not really of any use now. What does this have to say? Let any who read this plaque know of the sacrifices made by the below members of the Order of the Ascendant. Their courage, honor, and unflinching loyalty in the Order will not be forgotten. They laid down their lives, giving up the opportunity for future learning and scientific advancement to halt the relentless advance of the depraved capitalistic barbarism of Auntie's choice forces. Spirant Thomas. Martin. Interesting. Access to healthcare, being able to afford being old. I mean, I have a 401k, but do I think I'll be able to retire? No. Just work until I die or am forced out and then also die, probably. There's that depression again. Maybe. I'm sensing a little bit of it, potentially. You're doing great. You're doing great. Got it. Here we go. I didn't really want to have to use this. And there it stops. Alright, quick save here. That's great. That's great. That's great. Just let me... Okay, yeah, I'm just... Let me heal and just immediately step on a landmine. Totally cancel out any reason that I used health. Sorry. You know, don't worry about it too much. Oh, thank God. Some food. Toss ball stick. This is a not insubstantial number of supplies that have just been left around here. Although I find it a little bit funny that I am getting completely restored on basically the leftover booze in this bunker. You know, we all have our ups and our downs. There's no need to apologize for the downs. Winning factors. Alright, what do we got here?
This is Chief Quidley, recording with the intent of registering this most unusual sequence of events and securing their serial wave rights. Recently, we reckoned it'd be a hoot to hack a captured order terminal, use it to heckle them. Instead, we wound up chinwagging. And turns out we have much in common. They're bored, we're bored, and everyone got sick of trench living months ago. Next thing you know, we're getting together for brews in a wave of their knockoff sport, pitchball. And where there's booze and ball, there's betting. And while those order folk are scary data smart, they can't see the angles if they're big as a ship and bright as a hollow ad. They just see stats and percents. And don't get how spunk, moxie, and being do play into it. I thought hustling games of six caps was the easiest way to make bits. Not no more.
What is this? Your account is being deducted by 3 bits per minute. How nice.
Hello, Ratchet.
Want your kibble? Excuse me. Trooper Thomas Weiser, subject message to the order. Well, aren't you a clever little crabble to use the decommissioned machines we abandoned to message us? I can't imagine what you could possibly say that may be of interest, but I imagine there's nothing lost in corresponding. Maybe I can show you that the universe has more to offer than your stark consumerism and disgustingly sweet breakfast cereals. Nonetheless, I find your offer of a parlay fascinating. My unit seems to believe I have a plus negative 74.3% chance of turning this communication into something meaningful if we meet, so I accept. Let us gather at the muster station halfway between our lines, under the white flag of peace, and hear what the other has to say. First meeting follow-up. I must admit, I'm still more than a little surprised we found you, your smiling compatriots of Vox and snacks, rather than Auntie's choice grenades dropping on our brows, but it certainly was a fabulous time. I must also admit the speed at which you absorbed Pitchball's rules was darned impressive. I understand that it is that its resemblance to your native toss ball is significant, but you mastered the new information with a startling aplomb. I sincerely hope we do it again for the finals, so long as the brass keeps saying we're locked in a Cold War, we may as well enjoy our time on the tundras. Need to break contact. I don't know who let the word slip of our peace summits, but my command has heard it, same as yours, and it produced in ours the same measured, reasonable level of understanding it produced in yours. I'm told that if I fail to murder you the next time we meet, I'm to be drug in front of a firing squad. Mayhaps we should skip the finals this year and let things blow over. A shame, really, after watching the Sovereign Sluggers fail to finish at the top of the league, which I must admit give me the same wry, uncivilized joy it brings you. If I'm not careful soon, you'll have me cussing like a dock worker and abandoning the universal equation for the promise of sweet breakfast and sweeter breakfast and cereal. I'll reach out again around the league premiere next year after this foolishness has died down. Alright. How interesting. Yeah, this too shall pass. I mean, I guess things could be like this game. I mean, it's clearly a reference to the Christmas Day truce from World War I. You know, that particular historical thing. All right, well, I was definitely looking for a watering hole in the storm, and I'm happy to have found it. Plus 1% critical chance. Nice, more tossball cards. I love the collectibles in video games. In fact, like that's like a super important defining thing to me. I'm like, no, you need to give, in an RPG, you need to give me things that I can collect up, okay? And those things that I collect up, they can't just be like, oh, congratulations, you collected all the things. It's like, no, you need to be giving me like stat bonuses for collecting these things. NB, I think I have to hand it to you. I haven't heard anybody legitimately use that statement, panty drop, in conversation ever. I think you get like the first. I've heard it before, but I've never actually. It's never been used in any discussion that I have been part of before. So there's a first for everything, I guess. I almost stepped on that Zeranium. That was a very stupid thing I almost did.
Waste them on your command.
Shit. Ugh, I'm a bad shot. I'm such a bad shot.
Watch where you point that thing.
Wasting all my freaking ammo. How is that possible with your personality? I'm dropping them for Skyrim. I don't know what to say. Like, for some odd and or bizarre reason,
Lift weapon prime.
killed a total of 50 Raptidon juveniles. Nice. Didn't know that was a thing that I could get an Achievo for. There we go. Finally. Jeez. How many do you think of your demographic are women? Like, for YouTube and Twitch? That's just it. I don't know off the top of my head. I know that there's information on my dashboard that will actually give me that information. But on YouTube, at least. YouTube has an estimation of what quantity of your audience is male to female. And I think that most of my audience historically has been male. But it is not evenly distributed across the types of videos that I make. There were certain types of videos that definitely had more female interest, if you will. And I think that the guides were something that were specifically, that broad strokes, it's like men were the ones playing the games, and thus they would be the ones who would like hit the search terms more frequently for the guides. And then I think for things like my Let's Play series, role-playing in Skyrim, etc., that was where the demographic was concentrated on women. So oh dear.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
How are you still upright over there?
Shit. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, it's not over. Okay. That's fine. Jeebus. Fucking Creebus.
I'm alive.
Oh my god. Jeez. Role-playing. Oh my god, Eli. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The werewolf episode of Skyrim definitely pulled several people. There was an unexpected response from said feminine audience for the werewolf episode of Skyrim that I wasn't expecting. Surprises all around, you know? You know, I did actually want to ask you that too, because whenever I was playing Oblivion, it really didn't seem like they anticipated many female players. Oh, it was very much so. Like, you have to remember, Oblivion was a 2004 game. No, it was 2006. Oblivion was made in 2006. Their prior game, Morrowind, was 2002. So, you know, it's like, that was an age that was dominated by, like, the Xbox, first generation, PlayStation 2. You know, the original Oblivion was like 6 months off of being a release title for the 360. Definitely, you know, during a period where it was like, girls don't play video games, you know, like, things have definitely changed a bit. Like, my merchant skill was very high. Everyone was like, you look like a shrewd businessman. Like, B, I have lady bits. How you doing there, Doomsday? Like, having grown up through the insane popularity of World of Warcraft and how so many people played that game, and then also so many young men just didn't know how to handle the prospect of a woman being present in a like a voice chat at all. It's not that that's gone. That's still very much so a thing, but my god, it says something that, like, it's more common to just be playing a game these days, and it's like, yeah, occasionally you're gonna hear a woman play, you know, so someone who is of the female persuasion. And I remember back in the early days, which is a weird way to say it, because, like, I say early days, I don't feel like it was the early days. I feel like the 90s were the early days.
Look sharp, it's a fight.
Ow, you spat at me, you little shitlord.
Ready to take the heat off.
Look sharp, it's a fight.
Whoa! Which game do you think is modded more, Skyrim or Minecraft? At this point, I have to say it's probably Minecraft that's been modded more. It'd be really interesting to see an actual total for that, though. I didn't play competitive games because you would get talked down to so much. Yep, that's a real common one. Unfortunate and unfair as it may be. Whew, that person's head is gone. ...2005 was a long-ass time ago. You didn't get into Dungeons and Dragons until later because of that too. It's not fair, you know. But I so much remember that whole scene, the existence of just like, well, you know, if a woman or you know, anybody who's female like walks into the room in an online community or a gaming space or anything, they immediately have to deal with a bunch of sexism, and a bunch of like desperate idiots thinking that they could possibly get a date with someone online or do a cyber or something like that. It was just, I remember when that was so common, and maybe just my own personal experience of like growing up and no longer being young. Like that's still happening, but I'm no longer in the spaces where it's happening. But what I do know is that on social media these days, I see a lot more posts from women where it's just like, yeah, I play a bunch of video games. It's just what I do, you know? So I am choosing to believe that things have changed. +1 gadget energy meter max. Nice. Just some bits and pieces here. Break down all the junk. Sexism and threats and all sorts of yuck. Hopefully we've moved on as a society. I think you're right. I don't know if it's much of a problem for Gen Z. I'm certain, you know, some things just, for lack of a better way to put it, some things never go out of fashion. I'm certain it's still an issue. I just hope that it's not as big or as, like, saturating of an issue. Because Gen Z and Gen Alpha especially, like they're growing up in a world where that's just completely saturated with like online presence and whatnot. So I'm hopeful that it's like, yeah, that means that, you know, they don't have as much of the extreme sexism where it's like, you know, oh, girls don't get online, girls don't use computers or something like that, because technically people are getting on computers less overall, you know, so. Oh, there's a mantisaur nest that I just found. Happy day. Should we go into it and just kill everything? Who wants a little bit of extinction for breakfast, huh? Wow, I just really just walked right over that mine like it was nothing.
Recharged for mayhem.
Level up. My speechy speech and my sciencey science. Perks. I get another perk. Charlatan. Considering the amount of girls who decide to make OnlyFans these days, it's pretty clear that girls use a computer. I legitimately ask how many people are using computers versus how many people are just using their phones to do their accounts and whatnot. I mean, one of the running memes these days is the fact that it's like, okay, how can you tell that a millennial is making a big purchase? They got the laptop out. Like, that's a running joke at this point. You know, it's like, oh, millennials can only make a big purchase on a laptop. They can't do it on their phone. And, you know, to some degree, it's actively acknowledging something that's true, because I do the exact same thing. I'm like, no, I'm going to make that order on a desktop PC or a laptop because the UI is way more reliable. It's not that I can't do it on mobile, but like, there's a lot of detailed information that's just on a bigger screen than the phone. And a big part of it is because it's like, oh, you're doing an order, you're going into a web browser, you know? Versus, oh, you're opening an app, which is basically a handicapped version of the website on the browser to begin with. So yeah, mobile UI is so bad. As someone who tests customer experiences in UI, I hate apps. But so you've got this unique joining of things with like Gen Z, observing it from the outside. One, they don't have a whole bunch of experience with using desktop computers. The stories of like, oh, the young person walked into the office and they had to teach all of the old people how to use computers, and they're always doing that, is the exact same thing as what's happening now, where young people are walking into the office and they're asking the exact same generation of people how to use computers, because all they're using in their personal lives are these tiny little phones, you know? And it's like, well, I don't use a computer. Why would I use a computer? I can get online with just my phone. And online with your phone versus online with a desktop computer is not the same thing. Never has been, never will be. They can't type, Zoomers and Boomers. Yeah, that's a running problem, and it's not necessarily a fault of their own either. It's like, no, they've grown up in an existence where shit just fucking straight up works on the phone. It just works on the phone, so they've had no reason to have to troubleshoot things. You know, when it comes to handling tech, millennials in general, we've had a lot of experience having to deal with tech that was not designed to be super user-friendly and didn't have any, and had a whole bunch of kinks in it. So you had to learn how to troubleshoot. Meanwhile, you know, boomers, they never had to deal with it, and then Zoomers, they came in after a lot of the kinks got worked out. So it's just like, that's how it is, you know? What should I choose here? Trophy Hunter, critical chance, plus 15% critical chance against strong enemies. That seems not so bad. Slow more, 25% evasion chance with while in TTD, 1 energy on evading damage. Caustic Researcher. 20% more stacks of vulnerable applied when dealing corrosion damage. 10% critical chance against enemies afflicted by dissolve. Contingency screen. Gas energy deflection apparatus. When your health hits 25%, the gas energy deflection apparatus gadget automatically activates without spending energy. Has a cooldown between automatic activities. Let's just do the bullet shield. Okay, I've done a lot of exploring today. Millennials are much more tech savvy then, in our own particular way. When it comes to figuring out what what the problem with a piece of technology is, there's a reasonable chance. Zeranium Mantisaur drone. That seems like a really powerful enemy.
Look sharp. It's a fight.
Oh god. Oh god, I got spat at already. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Ooh. More of these fucking freaks.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
That's fucking curious, man. Reload the damn gun already. Where's the next one coming from? God damn, man. Come on, get up. Get up already. Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
I cannot see any. I don't see anything around here. Oh my god, it's so quick. Oh. Okay. Oh my word. Okay, I'm somehow still alive. Some people don't even know how to use a cache or how to clear a cache or use F12. I think we think more critically on how to solve something when it goes wrong. We're stronger troubleshooters. Yeah, and that's not necessarily, like, innate. That's just been like, no, you kind of had to develop it because, you know, getting onto a... God, can you... If you go far enough back, it's like if you had to work with Windows 95 or Windows 98, yeah, shit was broken all the time for no good reason, and you had to figure out how to fix that on your own. So many instances of just like, no, it just breaks sometimes, you know. And that's how it is. Got to deal with it. So. Windows 2000, what a joke. Oh, man. Oh. That is a booby trap. Didn't expect that to be the case. A lot of corpses to loot around here. People just leaving the spoils of war right out in the open. I have picked up so much crude biomass. Several weeks ago, we accidentally ruptured a Zeranium gas canister and we were forced to evacuate the area. We lost several troops to the Zeranium as it's quite lethal to humans. We also thought we'd lost an entire nest's worth of mantisars, but after managing to contain the leak, we found the mantisars standing there as if nothing had happened. They were visibly discolored, but otherwise seemed unharmed. When their handlers went to check them for injuries, the handlers were immediately cut down. The rest of us fled. It seems that the Zeranium gas is bonded with the mantisars in some capacity. Aside from the discoloration, they're faster, stronger, and more durable than any normal mantisar. They're also completely uncontrollable. I'll require further study in order to figure out how to control them and make this discovery profitable. Huh. Opening that. It's telling me that this is still lootable, but it doesn't let me loot it, and it drives me absolutely nuts. ME or something. Did you want to ME me? Would you 2000s my ME? Remember the day of when Windows actually worked? Hi all, how's Monday treating you so far? I'm alright, the coffee's pretty good today.
Truthfully, I'm not too shocked we got bombed. Betwixt stomping around on Order territory, the Scrappers, and the mad cultists, it was bound to happen.
I should really start putting points into something other than speech and science. but I can't help myself. Monday is also being a little bit deceitful because the words panty drop were uttered today, and I feel like to utter those words without throwing a hundo in my face is like deceitful. But that's just my personal take, you know, on the situation. I don't really get it. Our initial landing and attack went so well, and now nothing. We're stuck on a standstill. Ah, yes, I already read this. Have you used the term panty dropper? Strife says he hasn't run into anyone that's said it before today. I've read it online, but I've never had that term used in a face-to-face or in a, you know, not in a discussion that I'm actively part of. That's the best way to phrase it. Corporate negotiator, corporate hireling, corporate cleaner. Right, this place.
You're back. Please tell me you've had some luck in finding us compression coils.
Here you go.
Lovely. Every coil gets us that much closer to saving these lives. It's a start. Thank you. Please, come back when you found more.
Alright, cool. Alright, well, there are a couple of places that I could look. I need to check these out down here, and I need to check these structures here. But I'm thinking that this is what I still want to try to chase down right now. This up here, which is like guarded by a whole bunch of nasty, nasty freaks. But I do have to ask if I have enough ammo, and I don't think I do. I need to go back and craft more. I've heard of the term. It's not one I've used, though. Maybe I'm just theatrical? You said panty dropper for Skyrim. You keep telling yourself that, NB. You keep telling yourself that. Okay, let's hop up to Fort Endurance, and let's buy up whatever we can. Feels like a skank. Maybe it's from working at the Adam and Eve. You know what? That would make plenty of sense. That would absolutely make a lot of sense. I think I'm gonna avoid using the auto dock. Weapon mods? Okay. Oh, that reminds me. I should probably check to see if there are any mods to install onto my guns here. I'm just gonna assume that this plasma pistol. Oh, I don't have mods available for this. Weapon mods. And I don't have any. Okay, so that's what's going on. I don't have any mods to construct. Let's actually figure this out, yeah? Okay, so we got mods for... Is there anything for a plasma pistol? Reduces ammo costs. That sounds pretty kick-ass. Changes damage type to frost. Frost damage stacks chilled, slowing the target's movement and attack speed. That doesn't sound bad either. We're definitely going to buy this, though. Corrosive. Silences shots and increase sneak attack damage at the expense of base damage. Not my play style. So I've got one mod for it. Poor NB. Here, NB. You dropped these. Go ahead and break down all the junk. It's okay. You can drop your panties if you want. We don't judge. God. And if you're not into that, you could always make me drop mine. Even if the donations during this month don't go towards picture releases, you can always still use this month to get me to swap out decorations on the back wall. Let us... Right, okay, so mods. Plasma pistol, advanced energy modulator, and... Mods can't be recovered after installation. Yeah, I know. Didn't I have another plasma pistol in here? Oh, okay. So you have to buy the mod. You don't craft the mod. You buy the mod separate, and then you apply it to a weapon. Okay, then. How interesting. I keep blowing my points on accents. I need to do that, the 10,000 one. Hello, Ignis. Greetings and welcome to the stream. Let's open my inventory and figure out what's going on with all of these weapons that I've been collecting. Like, I have so many weapons and helmets and armors that, frankly, I probably don't need basically any of them. Equip, hide from P. Okay, so you can add things to junk. That is a big, important thing for me here. Pitchball stick. Huh. Machine pistol. Triple barrel shotgun. Shock machine gun. Repeating rifle. Biomass guns. Revolvers. Sort by name. That way I can actually tell if I'm getting rid of the right weapon. Incendiary triple barrel. Don't need that either. Man, reducing the stuff that's in my inventory is always, like, the biggest challenge. Evening, eh? It's 2 p.m. here. Well, it's 8 p.m. here, so evening. Across the pond. Yes, indeed, across the pond. Inventory. We will go to armor now, because I have a bunch of this stuff. You missed his Aussie accent. Very funny. I mean, as best as what you could call an Aussie accent that I can create. Well, crikey, that's a shame. Okay, we are looking at 18 armor. Propagandist clothing. Dress well, lie even better. God. Fucking hell, man. Spacer outfits. Store clothing. Unfortunately, the bow tie won't do much to mollify unruly customers. Oh my god. Sort by name. Escape suit. That's an odd outfit. Evasion chance and combat sprint speed. I mean, that doesn't do... That's like nothing for armor, but my god, look at... Look at how fancy it is. Officer Regalia. Plated ghillie suit. Reclamated armor. Retailored gear. Salvaged armor. Foot soldier armor. Bandolier uniform. Plated bandolier uniform. Sniper cloak. Trooper plate armor. Van-braced armor. Van-braced uniform Mark II. Agent armor. Engineer clothing. Farmer. Protectorate clothing. Propagandist's clothing. Shopkeeper clothing. And a doctor's suit. The doctor's suit is stolen. They'll know that I'm without a doctorate. I legit hate when I have to wear stupid armor to play the game, but don't like the outfits. Wearing Dragonbone armor, don't want to wear that. Want to wear trashy tavern clothes. I literally just played a quest to get that outfit. You can't buy it. Oh, trust me, I'm aware. I've played my fair share of like female characters in Skyrim, and I'm just like, no, like, where's the like tits out like bar wench outfit? That's what I want to wear. So many different freaking cowboy hats. Okay. Plus 40% toxicity drain rate. While crashing, you gain plus 20% damage, scales up with plus 40% of your medical skill. Grants additional weak spot damage relative to how far away the target is. Further distance grants a larger bonus, but damage fall off is still applicable. Damage bonus maxes out at 30% and 100 meters. Okay. A gothic helmet. Plus 10% weak spot damage. Critical chance and critical damage. That's not bad. Magazine size. Oh, man. Toxicity drain rate. Let's put that on. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and break down all of the junk. I got so much out of that. Holy crap. Civilian clothing with that hat is a look and a half. Yeah, exactly. I mean, let's face it, dressing down, or like it's a real hard choice in real life to dress down or basically be quote unquote slutty out in real public, you know? So in video games, it's just like, no, I'm gonna be so fucking slutty in this video game because I can. Why not? You know? Okay, more small plasma. And more shock rods. I need more energy canisters. Damn. I don't suppose that they've got supplies over in the store, do they?
You, the getting go-getter. Welcome back to Bonnie. What can I get you?
All right, cool. Hello, Ratchet. You have shown up once again. Would you like some kibble? I am a woman of many tastes. I mean, I play FF14, and the amount of people I run into in bikinis. I mean, that's the other aspect of it. Like, right now, I would love to be just wearing, you know, short shorts and a crop top. But two things are going on. One, it's cold out. Two, I have not been watching my figure. Man. Gonna have to get some backup guns. Gonna have to plan my backup guns at this rate because I do not have the material wealth to continue supporting the guns that I currently have. Okay. On your side of the world, do they say panty dropper? I am curious about the regionalization, the regionalism of this. Well, that's not fair, Strife. You can be bigger and still be slutty and wear what you want. A term for slutty outfits? Hello, Pearl Monahan. How you doing? I like how there's a legitimate discussion about this term. So I'm gonna go with probably not. Yeah, I mean that's not a bad like way to interpret the statement. It was just like, well, if that's the first response, I'm guessing probably not what you expected. All right, I gotta get a refill here. My coffee is empty. The linguistics is bothering me. English is my second language. I have no idea what the Brits say. Oh my god, I love this. I know that the Brits would use the word would say pants as a term for underwear. So like would it be pants dropper? Coffee ASMR. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that the coffee ASMR is going somewhere for you guys because like, you know, just like making weird mouth noises into the microphone is not cool in my opinion. Like that is the definition of awful. Like the pouring sounds are fine. I don't want to hear them all the time, but that's not at all ASMR. But like people were doing that. They like had a weird microphone with ears on either side, and they just put their mouth so close up to it and just go like click and lick sounds, and like it made me want to rip my ears off. Excuse me while you get to hear me stir my coffee to make certain that the non-dairy creamer has gone into it. I know, I watch ASMR. There are a lot of types. Really? What I know is that my first brush with ASMR has always was like so awful that I was like, yeah, how about no? I'm never going to watch any of this stuff anymore. I think the first ASMR video was just what I described. Some guy basically shoving his tongue inside of a microphone with ears on it. And I was like, yep, nope, never, not doing this. Do you actually get tinglies? I mean, depends on from what you are referring. I do get tinglies. Definitely not from ASMR, though. If you want to know what gives me tinglies, you have but to ask. All right. I'm not asking that. I'm not getting in trouble. Look at you thinking ahead by a little bit, at least. Is that same? Yeah, that's the same freaking Mantisaur that I can't loot. I mean, I can only imagine what your reactions would be if you had shown up during the heyday, NB. Five years ago, whenever I finally, like...
You might be a few short of a complete circuit, but you don't strike me as simple. How in the blazes did you ever fall in with a cult?
The Dawn is not a cult. We're simply those who know and speak the truth. And we have been disowned by society because they fear it.
Breaking all the stabbing probably has something to do with it, too.
I missed the glory days. Well, I mean, NB, you know the whole, like, hundo thing. I've spoken about it at several times now. But, whenever I initially, you know, like, started calling chat's bluff on that stuff, it's definitely a different time. Yeah, I just can't do 100 at once. I'm not telling you, you know, like, what to or not to do, you know. My goal here is not to make you feel bad or anything like that. Hello. Oh, you're just a scientist. So, you know, it's high society cigarettes. Oh. Did you guys know that all of your arachnids are, like, dead? Well, I say all. Almost all of them. Clearly, I blow that, just not all at once. I mean, it is admittedly a high bar to clear. Like, if time... Obviously, whenever I first did everything, whenever I threw the gauntlet down, it was like, times were different. You know, almost immediately after I moved into this house, the pandemic started. People got checks in the mail, you know, stimulus checks. And some of that money came my way. And all of a sudden, people were like, I was forced to, like, slap my underwear up on the wall several times over in succession. It was nice whenever it was going on. But I also didn't really expect chat to take to it the way that they did. For as long as they did anyway. I really thought he was going to say glory hole days. I mean, frankly... It's amazing I haven't shown my penis off in some way, shape, or form.
Commander. What's the big idea? Weapon works. Test it somewhere else.
That NPC is so friendly. Okay, well, I've explored this area completely. I guess the only place left is this trench down south, so, I guess we'll take a bit of a walk.
Look sharp, it's a fight.
Bugs and there's uranium puke. God. Okay, I'm gonna try and walk my dog and watch the stream. This may go horribly. He has to wear his coat. What? Oh, the dog has a coat. For a moment, I was like, what do you mean? Like, I don't have a coat. What do you want about him? Confused as can be about this statement. God
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Your insides are leaking outside, Commander.
Oh, God.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Suck down some of that inhaler. Whew. Honestly, over the years, I'm kind of curious how much of the the interaction that I've received has been like me prodding chat to go in a specific direction, and how much of it is chat pushing me to continue going in the same direction. I don't even remember the way that the whole hundo thing really got started, like the specifics of it, other than the broad strokes. Everybody knows how much I love broad strokes. So let's get to the other side of this trench over here.
If you're not contracted to be here, you're better off going back the way you came. Auntie's trenches are no place to be wandering.
Thought you agents were durable. Patch yourself up.
What the hell happened? With how many innuendos you make, I'm not surprised the chat had it has ended up like we have. That's a lot of mines. I should be cautious of. Oh my God, there's so many mines. I was always like this. I just pretend to be normal the rest of the time. Oh my God, it's... Okay. Let's see if we can... Gotta be careful about where I'm stepping on these in this place. So the mines are easier to see at night. This is an interesting and unexpected thing to have learned, because like I was trying to walk through this place in the middle of the day and it was, whew, boy, was it ever hairy. Voice of Gimli. And they call it a mine. Explodes.
Unknown personnel approaching. They don't appear to be hostile.
Hello.
I've repaired this area to the best of my ability. The other tasks are far more bothersome. Perhaps I should just start again. Surely I can repair it better.
Halt! What is your destination?
Leaving with that heading will bring you in direct contact with the forces of Auntie's choice. I hope you aren't being transferred here, unless you enjoy the fine art of inventorying the entirety of this supply depot.
Sounds like it's ripe for the picking. I could use some of your valuable supplies.
Move on, freelancer. I've been tasked with only treating enlisted personnel.
Oh, look at you. With your great treatment. There's a stiff on your bed over here.
Wait. The odds of your survival are directly inversely proportionate to your distance from this emplacement.
My name is Edmund Vandersmythe, and I am the senior tenured laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Statistics for the Order of the Ascendant. Today's lecture will focus on the generation of prime numbers, techniques, and uses
Well, aren't
thereof.
you the eccentric sort?
I know. Prime numbers? Why so simplistic? Well, consider this a basic...
Directly inversely proportionate? That's nonsense wording.
Impressive. Their personalized order prediction must have been quite favorable to inspire such confidence. Halt! Access to that area of this trench line has been restricted to authorized personnel only. It isn't safe, given the rift activity.
Oh, it makes it even more interesting for me. There's rift activity. That means that you guys aren't hanging around here to see what I have. You've left supplies behind. There should be, anyway. And it's just a matter of me coming around to pick through everything that you left behind, and you can't stop me from stealing because you're not around to actually see me take it. I'm grateful the architect has provided for us the advanced mathematical formula required to calibrate our artillery and anti-war weapons on such a degree that Auntie's choice forces have had no chance of breaking through our lines. And yet, being required to fall back and allow those barbarians into such close proximity with the monastery is galling. To even contemplate the chances of a stray artillery shell striking such an august place of high learning makes my blood boil, not to mention the terrible blow to morale it would cause. Factor Albrecht.
Attention, freelancer. You are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
Oh, look, it's a rift. So rift anormally. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into this. Nope. Engineering 5 is necessary. Damn. Okay, so this is the wrong direction. I need to head this way.
Friendly approaching from the north. Hold fire.
Should be something in this direction, I suppose. Here. Okay. Use this finally. that was all of them. Some of you have been here long enough to have an inkling of an idea of how much filthy clothing? Filthy clothing. Well, suggestive clothing has been purchased for me out of it over the years. How much do you think has been gifted to me? It's been at least a decade. And frankly, it's still one of the things that baffles me. It's the fact that there is an audience who would purchase those things for me. Considering I started the collection. Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Are you going to be a problem? Because I have a solution that requires very little computation.
Oh, okay. You've got some attitude there. Considering I started the collection, I knew I liked you. 1,700. Slightly less than half would be my guess. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I think I know who's given the most in totality. There's not much
Perhaps
of a question
it would
on
be
that.
advantageous to... No, that won't function optimally. Or we could... No, but if they deploy Manosaurs, we'd be better served having it the other way around.
Well, not getting through there. What a strange life I lead, I do believe. Okay, we got some more buildings to the south. And this over here, wait a minute, if that's directly... Okay. Return to the bartender. Oh, right. Oh, that's the... Okay, so wait, it's just to the right of that. That up there is where I would like to get to? Okay, I have a peak that I can stare at and try to figure it out.
Why do I make you uncomfortable? You think I may be right, don't you? Afraid of the truth?
No, just you. And your knife. Mostly the knife.
You've no reason to fear me, Niles. I only kill people who deserve it. Or make me angry. Or if I'm in a particularly bad mood. Or bored.
Well, assuming you do wake up on the wrong side of the bunk one day, I'd appreciate a warning. Like a 5-minute head start.
I like you, Niles. I'd give you 10.
Aza, you are such an interesting individual. Aza is so generous. I know, right? I know. What a happy psychopath. I guess we just follow this around, see if it's possible to get up onto this side.
Look sharp.
Doing a hawk tour.
Either restore my life or avenge my death. I'm alive.
You good?
Who
You
needs
good.
to die?
How was the weekend for everyone? So the platform is directly above me. I'm hopeful that this is actually going to get me closer to it, but I'm not all that hopeful.
Ready to waste. On your command.
Either restore my life or avenge my death. I'm alive. Who needs to die?
A very nice weekend. Was at a Christmas party with my uni department. Slightly weird seeing my professor drunk. Wait, whenever, like, are you still, like, getting a degree, or is it just a situation where you've got a job and you're working at the university now? And when you say your professor, do you mean, like, the person who grades your papers, or do you just mean, like, your boss who gives you tasks? Oh my god, yes, alright. Compression coils found, 5 of 15. Cool. I was just looking for so many of these compression coils. Trying to find them is not easy. Dorado is a lot more unforgiving than Eden. I'm currently doing my master's to the people who grade my papers. Ah, okay. Masters. I mean, whenever you're in your master's and your PhD, doesn't that basically make you like some professor's worker to some degree? And because the number one thing I think I've heard about like students who are doing masters or PhDs is that like you're literally doing the boring grunt work of research and like you're helping to grade papers and stuff like that for like entry level classes. Or so I seem to recall hearing and learning. If I go in this direction, I'll approach, at the very least, the platform that I think I need to inspect. Okay, got a jet. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Okay, fine. I'll start taking my clothes off. And I don't know, do you think the 8-incher or the 12-incher is the thing to use today? I'm running low on lube. We'll just do the 8-incher today. More or less in regards to grunt lab work. Well, at least I wasn't incorrect in the things that I think I know. I just don't know that I know the things that I think I know. Okay.
Look sharp.
More buckets. That is a big mantisaur.
Near jump's not a good look, Commander. Step aside. One.
Did I really survive that whole thing? 8-inch what? Don't with walk. What's wrong? Is there a problem? Are my words unappreciated? I'm sensing that there may be some apprehension. And I keep eating shit so much. Ooh. Let me wonder what's up with this uranium down there. Hello, Cyber Snatcher. How you doing? What's up with you using the drooling emote? Like the chat utterly and completely, like, enamored emote. Done. Done with walk. Oh, done with walk. Okay.
Audio log of Chief Exploitation Behavioralist DeWitt. This is entry number 8 of my scrapper preventative fieldwork. Unfortunately, it seems my heavy metal detritus drops mixed into the adrenotime cancels the intoxicating effects that the scrappers crave. Their leader was first to the drops-enhanced injections that I conspicuously left for them. And he ran through all 24 in barely a minute trying to cure the urge. He seized, turning steely gray, and then succumbed to some sort of severe blood poisoning. Though I'm confident it's completely unrelated to my heavy metal detritus drops. Now the rest are in a frenzy hunting for... Why, hello. I didn't reckon you'd find me way up... Oh, no. No. I had nothing to do with... I said... No, please! Please! Ah!
Well, he died to the scrappers for poisoning their happy time juice. Wowza. Well, I tried. Heavens no, I tried. I'm sure heavy metals have nothing to do with blood poisoning. Exactly. Nothing to do with blood poisoning. What's a good side dish with chicken cordon bleu? Personally, I would usually go with some sort of an herb rice for something like that. But steamed peas would be another option. Okay. It's time for me to fix the camera. Because, chat, guess what? Guess what? You're getting a little bit extra today. Wow, look at you, Cyber Snatcher. 3-stream streak. Welcome to the stream. I was thinking honey glazed carrots. That doesn't sound too bad. Honey glazed carrots sounds pretty damn good, actually. Extra what? Oh, you'll see. You'll see. Extra panties. I'm going to go ahead and change on stream and just show everything. No, actually. So this is something that I've been like budgeting for a while now, and it was just a matter of time before I got the went out and purchased it. I got a Switch 2. Which is nice. Like, I didn't really have to search for a change. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this on stream because I want to. And I don't know when I'm going to use this for, like, creative purposes, but why not, you know? So it's a nice opening there. We've got Joy-Con 1, Joy-Con 2, and then this is clearly the main body of the system. That is substantially larger. Like, look at that in relation to the size of my head. That's a pretty substantially large unit there. What game are you playing first? This is this was the bundle with Mario Kart in it. So go ahead and remove this. That feels kind of heavy. Is there something else hidden in there? Yes, there is. Okay, so underneath the Switch unit we have... Okay, we have wrist straps for the Joy-Cons. We have an HDMI cable in there. I'm going to put those back. I don't know how useful those are going to be. Heavens knows, I do not need another HDMI cable. I have so many of them already. All right, after that, what do we have here? That is the power adapter for USB-C 3. USB, yeah, C, I believe it is, Type C. We have a USB-C cable. This is probably the controller. Yep, okay, this is the controller insert for the Joy-Cons. Good day, Chat and Strife. Hello, Kato. How are you doing? And this must be the dock for the whole unit. Wow, they really do not have extra padding in there. No wonder I've heard stories about this thing. This is unquestionably the dock that it goes into. This is a lot more hefty than the one for the Switch. Look at that. Wowee. So I wanted to get this whole thing open and just do that on stream, because why not, you know? And that is the absolute most minimal amount of packing. These things I can understand where it's like, oh, they went and stapled the stupid, you know, receipt to the outside of the box and immediately destroyed the screen of the Switch and stuff like that. I totally understand it now, so. that actually still fit? Oh my word, it does. This is so remarkably tightly packed. This is terribly unexpected. How incredibly snug everything fits in here. It does kind of feel like they're going a little bit cheap on the packaging there, but, you know. I'm a bit disappointed to have purchased this without a physical copy of Mario Kart World. I should have thought about that, but because I do not trust Nintendo and their download practices. Like, Nintendo is the first company to abandon their online marketplaces and your ability to continue downloading their software for their stuff, which is why I am a dedicated physical media purchaser. Whenever it comes to Nintendo products, it's like, no, where's the physical media? Give me the physical media. That's all that I want. So I will be enjoying that system in some capacity. One of the unique things about one of the unique things about Nintendo and their approach with the Switch 2 is the fact that they're doing upgrade packs for various games. So you can go back and like break out your old Nintendo Switch 1 games and have incentive to go back and enjoy them whenever you haven't touched them in years. So I'm planning on doing that with 1 or 2 games. One thing that I think I really want to do is go and purchase a copy of the original Hyrule Warriors for Switch and use that, because frankly, I think that the original Hyrule Warriors is the superior installation in the franchise, mostly because it's basically playing greatest hits with the entire, all of the games. And I know that whenever they ported it to the Switch 1, they basically hard packed in all of the DLC. And man, the DLC, like, the DLC for the first Hyrule Warriors was so good, and I bought all of it for the Wii U, but digging that out of storage and everything being tied to the hard drive that is eventually going to fail inside of that unit doesn't really give me great amounts of confidence. So I would like to have a version of it where the DLC is packed in on the card. So should I ask Kato about the question of the stream? NB, let it fly. Is panty dropper a phrase that's popular in your area of the world? Have you heard it spoken by someone? Nope, can't say I have. Okay, wait, Kato, I need clarification. You've never heard this term before, or you've just never heard anybody actually use it before, like in normal conversation. Time for me to go to bed. Have to sleep off a vaccine. Oh my word. I'm headed for that soon myself. Ignis, take care of yourselves and rest well. You get better, yeah? All right. If you will excuse me, I have drank a lot of coffee. I will be right back. Whew. Okay, I have returned. We're at $115 for the charity drive. Remember, every dollar that you give goes to a very good cause. If you should choose to give anyway. Don't think I've ever heard it used. Term sounds familiar, though. It is wild to me that there are so many people who are like, no, I don't think I've ever heard that before. Meanwhile, I'm over here, I'm like, no, surely everybody's heard of it. They just don't use it because it's one of those, like, bizarre, kind of obtuse terms. Okay, so maybe this is a really, really big encampment and I have to be worried about how I go about tackling it. Man, oh man. Okay.
Ready to waste them on your command.
Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and gas up here.
Target.
There he goes. Well, don't worry, NB. It's okay that, like,
Let me know when you need it.
Nobody knows the term.
Making strides.
Oh, I got drug crashed. Shit.
And I'll take care of him, Commander.
Shit! Blasting through every last scrap of everything I have. Ooh, shit. Ooh. Ooh. He's still shooting at me.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Ooh. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Again, finally. That's down. Alright, let's try hitting them from over this side, yeah? Flanking him might be the best move. Oh god, it's just as a jeez. I lived. Yesterday was my 16-year anniversary dating. Wait, are you saying that you're not married? Is that the message that I'm receiving? That it turns out that you're not married and I thought you were this whole time? You're still dating for 16 years? Holy crap! Thank you. I haven't thrown his ass out yet. I'm married. I don't know if I should believe that, NB. Like you mislead me once, it's like shame on me. You mislead me twice, shame on you. You know. I want credit for the extra 7 years. Oh my god. What? You heard me, NB. You heard me. Got married in Florida in 2016. Man, Florida, of all the places, I wouldn't have expected a... Was that like a circumstance of Florida, or was that a choice? Like a direct choice to get married in Florida? This. That's where my in-laws live. Okay. It was circumstance. Our new directives are to withdraw and abandon our Order of the Ascendant comrades in the field. Though I was deeply dismayed to receive the order, and so confirmed it several times, we are to render our cannon impotent, then abscond into orbit, but only after summarily executing every member of the Order under my command. Sovereign, give me strength. The Order's Laureate Council has unthinkably rebelled against the Sovereign. We are to offer them no further aid and leave them to the mercy of Aunty's forces. Yesterday, they were loyal subjects to the Protectorate. Today, they are something unheard of, something to loathe, something heretical. Matriarch, save us all. We did a destination so his grandma could come. They all live off of the Gulf. Also, didn't want to deal with large chunks of my family. Easier to get married out of state. Oh my. Bomb suit, helmet. That's a lot of decent stuff in there. This is a hell of a base. Man, I have a lot of drainage. This is a hell of a base. It is, it's surprising I'm surprised at how substantial of a location there is located, just like in what appears to be no location on the map. Like, this does not appear to be something to look out for whenever I'm, like, looking at the world map, so the fact that it is quite the surprise. So did you end up paying like what was effectively the wedding tax, where like everything that you got was super expensive for really no good reason? Because I know that that's like it's such a common thing. It's just like, oh yeah, you know, it's the wedding tax. We had a wedding, like we got a cake with white frosting on it, so they automatically like heap on extra charge, even though that's the cheapest type of frosting you can make, or something like that, you know. Slowly restoring my combat booster here. Scrap that. Okay. I went through a hotel that had a wedding package. Actually did very well. I think I spent $12,000, and his parents helped pay for it. You know, for a wedding, that's not too bad, but it's definitely up there still. More than I ever would be able to afford for a wedding. I remain convinced it's adrenatime causing regular citizens to transform into scrappers, and that my patent-pending heavy metal detritus drops are the solution. The enhanced xenocytes in our improved adrenatime recipe are creating a mineral deficiency in high recurrence customers, and I theorize that is slowly leading them into a kind of bloodthirsty machine-destroying madness. If my drops are successful, and I know they will be, we can prevent the effects of our lucrative user base. We can prevent the effects on our lucrative user base, and if I can muster a little shrewd perspicacity, and sell Auntie on this potential, I expect to have my patented prophylactics bundled with every adrenatime sale, which should only cost the consumer 20 or 30% more. That seems a positively prudent surcharge to avoid becoming a feral beast. Waldo DeWitt, Auntie's Choice Chief Exploitation Behavioralist. Well, that certainly didn't work out. Your brother's wedding was $35,000? That's just ridiculous. That is just a level of insanity that's just like, what even? Why? Damn. Looks like I already scabbed this one. I was hopeful to find more of the necessary materials for that one side quest. So much for that. That's just how much it costs now? Man, that's just not right. That's just a straight up not right. That's it. Oh, misplaced my fingers on my keys. Mine included like hotel rooms and the food, booze keg. Man. Ow. Okay. I'll be careful. Oh, jeez, that hurt. Do I even have toes left at this point? That's happened so many times. Why on earth charge so much for it? Like, the $35,000 is just so much money. It seems wholly unreasonable to me. What time is it? Oh shit. Almost time to stop. I know I wouldn't pay that. He's also bourgeoisie. Didn't know that your brother made that much money. Jeez. Love to have bougie money. But I can't. I don't have bougie money. I'm reduced to merely like begging for people on the internet to pay for something. Make me feel a little bit bougie. Buy me the finest silks and whatnot. Make me feel like I'm not like living hand to mouth or paycheck to paycheck or hundo to hundo. He went into debt like a oh jeez. Okay, that's it. That's something I would never do. He's a teacher. Oh jeez.
Uh-oh, Commander's almost dead.
That's fine. It was just a booby-trapped body. It's common on the battlefield. Oh god. I think I'm leaking. What's the most irresponsible financial maneuver? Well, okay. Calling it a maneuver would be the wrong way to phrase it. What's the most irresponsible financial thing you've seen someone do? Like, not a story you saw online or anything like that, but just like somebody you actually know, you know? Like, whether it be through work or like a family member or a friend, or is just like, what is the most ill-advised financial action that you've ever seen someone take in your life? His husband is an underwriter, though. They do okay, like $110,000 a year. That'll definitely make you okay. Irresponsible? Having children. Like, when you say it that way, do you mean like the most irresponsible thing you've seen is someone decide to have children, or like they were an accident type thing? Because I've known people where it's like, you know, you guys could just like use protection. That's an option. And they're aghast at the very prospect of it. Is like, but we're married. And I'm like, yeah, and your finances can't afford another child. And I don't think that you two are going to stop doing it. So how about you just use protection? Like, that's an option. My cousin got knocked up at 19. Okay, so let's put the concept of children to the side, because there are all sorts of ways that you can be irresponsible with money, and I'll admit, like, not being concerned about whether or not you're gonna have kids just because you're having fun is, like, a good example, but... how about something that's like, not just having kids? Good answer. Definitely hoping for something a little bit different, though. What are they doing? The pull-out method? Buying a boat. You know someone who actually went out and bought a boat? I suppose it's different for where you're living. You're at least somewhat close to the coast. You're not, like, smack in the middle of a continent like I am. People who buy boats where I live, I just do not understand. It's like, what are you gonna do? Put it in a puddle and drive around in a tiny circle? Looks like I've been here before. Yeah, I've definitely been here. Oops. Boomer things. Who can afford that? Everyone has a boat around here if they can afford it, because we're by the lakes. Depends on the boat, really. They can get real expensive. Pacific Northwest, lots of harbors to sail around here. I can't. I'll rent. Thanks. Yeah, like I can't ever fathom owning a boat. It's just so far away from anything that I would ever do on my own. Just like going over ground that I've already gone over, making certain that I haven't missed something. I was put off them enough at a young age after a family trip on a small sailboat with 4 people on board. Are you saying that it's cramped quarters on a small boat with people? I could never imagine. I'm going in entirely the wrong direction. Just trying to get around the freaking river. So I'm across the river now. What I need to do is just follow the road.
Huh?
Oh, that's what I'm trying to follow, the train track, which is not a road. Contrary to popular belief, train tracks are not actually roads. My best bud and I were pretty tired of each other by 2 weeks. God. None of my friends my age have their own houses. Smeagol in his fishing buddy scenario. Oh God. Oh God. You're going places with this, and I don't like where you're going. It doesn't feel right. Feels wrong. I mean, what's not to love about a day out on a boat where it's not your boat and you just head out, you know, you enjoy the sun, you pull on a tiny bikini, you hope you don't leave tan lines that are gonna let people know that you wear a two-piece in your time off. Tan lines are absolutely something that turns people off whenever you work at the club on Friday night. They think that you're trashy for it. Sounds like you haven't been on a boat by the description, Strife. Nope, never been on a boat. Well, that's not entirely true. I've been on boats, but they're few and far between, and they're really nothing of interest. What I've, like, it was a boat, big deal, whoop-de-doo type thing, you know? And that's it. That's the full stop. It's not like I've gone on, like, an entire day sailing on a boat or something. I stepped on a boat when it was in dock, and that was it. Which is definitely not the same as being, like, out at sea. I know for certain. What the heck is this place? Hell of a... Trooper Baylor's Journal, entry 33. Free at last, I finally got the gumption to pry Auntie's claws out of my back, and there ain't enough bits in the world in this whole misbegotten system to get me to stick my head back in that yoke. Regina, my girl, you are on your way to the high life as an independent operator, and you are off to a flying start due to all of these fine supplies that I borrowed on my way out of Auntie's camp. I am committed to this new life due to my extraordinary self-driven nature, and of course, the hefty fines awaiting me if Auntie's gets their hands on me again. I even found myself a fine cave to hide out in. No one is going to find me here, for I put a few holes in them first. There's nothing... But nothing's perfect. I wish this damn wind would stop whistling through here all day and night. Seems like it'll be enough to get on the strongest of nerves, even though I heard whispering when I came in. A woman doesn't need that kind of atmosphere when she's hiding out. So just quick save here and hope that stealing this stuff isn't really going to mean that I'm going to get caught. Regina, my girl, don't be letting your nerves ruin a good run. Just one more pull from the bottle. This cave is your best asset regardless of its peculiarities. It's a short shot to a couple vendors and far enough off the beaten path to keep folk from stumbling in. Why, just last week I helped relieve a lost Sub-Rosa salesperson of the weight of his goods and sent him on his way into the vermin-infested ravines. I may be a bit of a thief, but I sure ain't no murderer. I leave that to the critters. You hear that, Mr. Whispers? I ain't no murderer, and I sure as law don't need you saying so when I'm trying to sleep. I'm done with you, Mr. Whispers. I am going to seal up every crack and notch in the back of this cave. No more wind giving me the gilts. Besides, the lack of rest is making me a mite sloppy. This morning I dang near shot myself while cleaning my gun. Old Regina ain't gonna get out, ain't going out that dumb. Instantly burned, workout SPF 100. I don't enjoy myself much either. It was Dad's thing, like he wanted us all to be as into it as he was. Yep, Dad's being very into something and wanting everybody else to be into it is a pretty common thing. That will take the fun out for sure. My friend and I agreed that the best part was when we were on shore visiting my cousin and he let us stay at his place. Someone went crazy. Yeah, it sounds like someone may have kind of lost their mind back here. Ex-Auntie's Choice employee. Okay, Regina. Ain't no coward, but enough's enough. Spent a week sealing up the cracks in my new little hidey hole, so thorough that my candle flame didn't waver except at the entrance. And still, the thrice damned whispering ain't stopping. It ain't the wind. This morning I found all the stuffing I blocked up with the cracks with torn up and new painting on the wall, and all my tripwires at the entrance had been ripped out and twisted into chokers. Of course, Mr. Whispers ain't being shy about voicing opinions on what I deserve. Okay, fine, Mrs. Baylor's shining girl maybe didn't grow up to be no paragon of law, but what would anyone expect with me going through what I have? Auntie teaches one damned wisdom. It's a beast eat beast universe. Not a sin to be smart enough to know it's better to eat than be eaten. And sure as a solar flare, I don't need whispers telling me how many kids that salesman had. Nope, I don't need it at all. So that's it. I'm getting while I can. What the hell happened to her? Guess the cultist got to her? Must be the only reasonable answer. Cultists definitely messing with the gal. Kind of unfortunate what happened to her. But whatever. It's a harsh world. You take the stories and you just keep moving. Can you believe it? I've gone an entire freaking run. I've gone an entire run with talking with no NPCs. I didn't think it was possible. Because like I'm past hour to stop. I'm like 15 minutes past when I'm supposed to stop. So this is more or less the end of the stream. As unfortunate as that is. No. I think what we're gonna do is Aza's mission the next time that I come back. Full intention of like heading into this place and murdering the people that she thinks need murdering. All that wonderful stuff. Okay. Go ahead and save my gum. And then we switch to the camera because it's time for me to stop. Hey chat, how you doing? How are you? Are you happy, chat? Are you having a good time? Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, my word. Chat, guess what? Thank you very much for the cheer there, Kato. No squats. Well, can you believe it? I have 5 to do. How's that for a squat-tastic Christmas? Why, it's squat-tastic. 5 whole squats. I don't think my thighs or my buttocks will ever survive or recover from this. I will never emotionally recover from that many squats. Oh, my word. It's been a quiet day. It's been a very quiet day. Like your James, though. My jammas? Oh. I suppose you could call these pajamas. These are just fuzzy leggings. Man, how many more days do we have for the streams? 1, 2, 4, 6 more streams. 6 more streams, it would appear. Maybe we'll get an extra 1 or 2 in, but you know what? I know that I know the possibility of us hitting our goals and everything are kind of slim this year, but nonetheless, I want everybody to know thank you so very, very much for contributing to a good cause, Fallout for Hope, St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Every dollar goes to a good cause, and I want you guys to know that I'm so happy to be helping make this happen and getting people to share and, you know, be giving even in these difficult and hard times. But regardless, thank you so much for coming along. You've been a wonderful and a lovely audience, and I hope to see you guys again come Saturday at 12 noon U.S. Central. Take care of yourselves, stay happy, stay healthy, and presumably stay warm where you're at because the winter is certainly descending upon us ever so fast. Until next time, though, you guys have been great. I hope to see you next time. Take care for the rest of the week. I'll see you on Saturday. Bye.